Take a moment right here, feeling like it's out gear. Running, running, no. Keep running.
I can say one thing. This chapter was pretty short, but it was so juicy to the point that it's so compact with a lot of mystery in this chapter. So we get a good front page of Dr. Vegapunk and Queen, Caesar, and Judge. And it seemed like every page we have been getting, we've seen that the evolution of Queen, how big he getting and how wide he is. I want to start off with Stussy Buckingham the clone, right? This is huge for Stussy Buckingham. Big, major character development and how smart she is. She admitted in this chapter that she's not strong enough to combat Lucci and Kaku head on, right? So she gotta bring out these dirty tactics. Mind you, bro, her battle strategy, her battle preparation is beyond Batman. And since we're talking about Stussy, let's talk about her. I want to say it's somewhat similar to Shave. She's using her quickness to take advantage of the fight with Kaku and Lucci. Well, technically not a fight, but just a little mishap because she just kind of like did what she needed to do to get them out the way for Shaka and Dr. Vegapunk. And she's been working under Dr. Vegapunk for like 2 decades, she said. So that means that she was created probably like 20 years ago. And so this was smart on Dr. Vegapunk's end to have somebody inside looking out, right, to help him out with the government and see what exactly was going on, because at the same time, Dr. Vegapunk goals are different from the government goals, right? He doesn't need funding from the government. Plus, he was there to get input and see what's actually going on. The person working strictly under the 5 elders is a CPO agent, which is Stussy. And now she got her hands on everything to protect Dr. Vegapunk, and she's seen this coming to warn Dr. Vegapunk, and this is where we at right now with it. And I was so wrong to think that Lucci would not go down fast like Kaku did, but at the same time, the clone Stussy preparation was amazing on the top tier level of Batman, bro. So with her using the Sea Stone and also using her shape, her quickness for the after image, bro, that's how quick she is, right? You see an after image of herself when you try to hit her, which is an amazing speed. This use her fangs to make him fall asleep. This is so good from a battle standpoint. They always saying Oda power scaling is so bad, but right here we can see that this lady, Stussy the clone, admitted that I cannot go toe to toe with you guys. So I gotta resort to this, my smarts. And like we can't say now that Stussy, she just said it, that she cannot actually beat Lucci one-on-one. She can't. But the preparation is immense, and that's what's clarifying this battle. But as the clone Stussy did what she had to do, we seen that Zoro and Brook are still on the ship and trying to fight off these Seraphim. Now, we seen that Zoro is very eager to fight the Mihawk Seraphim, right? Even when they clash, Zoro said, you're more human than Mihawk. You know, Mihawk don't flinch, right? Mihawk deserves his bounty, right? He should be on the same level as Shanks on the swordsmanship. And to see that this Sephiroth sweats on battling Zoro is somewhat, Shaka said last chapter, combat prowess, they're smart. So this Sephiroth knows that this guy in front of me is strong. And that's immense. Like, we can't say this right here. The Sephiroth are, I wouldn't say, nowhere near the counterparts of who they should be. Like, we should know that from the beginning. This Sephiroth is nowhere near Mihawk's power level. This Sephiroth Jinbei is nowhere near Jinbei's power level. It's more for the weak people, right? And it seems like it doesn't completely replace, right, the Shishibukai, because they're not on the same power level, and numbers will grow, and that's the only way I can say will come close to the original Shishibukai in numbers. If you have more than a few Sephiroth on the same line, right, like 5 or 6 Mihawks, right, 7 or 8 Jinbeis, right, 10 or 12, I would say Kumas. In numbers, they're powerful, but individually, nowhere near. And plus, this interaction between the Sephiroth and Edison finally showing up to take command of them all this transpired and it happened pretty fast. And we just find out that Stussy is going aboard with the Straw Hats also, which is a great combination because now Dr. Vegapunk has somebody to protect him. At the same time, where is Dr. Vegapunk? Where's Bonnie? From my understanding, I thought that we clearly was done with the off screens after the time skip and Wano. After, One Piece took a break, I thought that all these off screens was gonna stop. I wish that Oda would have showed what happened, Dr. Vegapunk and Bonnie, because at the end of this chapter, when we got the reveal of one of the 5 others' name, it seemed like they was gonna just meet him right then and there. Kizaru asked Jay Garcia Saturn, like, have you ever met Dr. Vegapunk, right? And he said, yes, of course. It's so sad during this condition that I have to meet him right now, right? It seems like Kizaru already has Dr. Vegapunk in his grasp, and they want to meet him right now. That's what an incline, in my opinion. And as we see the last panel of Egghead, the panel of Egghead, we see that it says 100 on a timestamp now, right? And when Dr. Vegapunk introduced that he finally made a clone, a full-fledged, genuine clone, Tussy Buckingham, it also was 100. Now, I don't know if these two linked together at the same time, but during that panel, it said a certain incident occurred, and Stella and the Vegapunk was nowhere to be found. Now, at the same time, I hate that it was off screen. I actually wanted to see what was going on. My biggest thing is we should not be getting off screen. From now on, we should not be getting off screen because this is the end game. This is the end saga. Everything has to be known. Everything has to come to light. Now, hopefully, Oda will give us a little image or a little backstory, or Oda will give us a flashback of what happened to Dr. Vegapunk and Bonnie. But we flash back to Whitebeard hometown, Finks in the New World, and we see that, I guess, Weavile helped a few of Whitebeard's subordinates better off the Marines that got there. Captain Rattail. He looks like a rat. Horrible character design. Anyway, Oda. We see that Weavile help them fend off the Marines. And once he annihilated Rattail and the squadron, we seen that Armored Green Bull came and got Weavile. And the big reveal also in this chapter that Weavile's mother is the original Stussy, right? I don't know what's going on with Oda and when these old people, as they shrink down and get withered away. But this Stussy is bad. This Stussy was not what I thought it would be, right? And at the same time, we see that she's old. Really old and decrepit almost, right? With power lost. But the power that the clone probably has is a newfound power and learn these moves that, the CPA agents use. And I feel like I said last time, I think she conquered Shade to a point where she's immense and one of the best in the Shade department. And while we speaking of the original Stussy, bro, it seemed like her epithet, right? It making her out to be like, bro, she is way less than what her clone counterpart is, bro. They call her a freeload of mass, bro. That's like you living on the ship and just taking what you really want to take and just laying around for free. She is nothing like her clone. Her clone is a successful double agent, and she's sitting around here self-styled scientist, Rock's Power self-styled scientist, bro. Like she's nothing like the clone. The clone top tier, her down here, and maybe she fancy a lot of strong pirates, and she got that way. Because the clone is beautiful. The clone reminds you of Marilyn Monroe. And I feel like maybe her looks took her a long way through Mask, through the Rock Pirates, and also through Whitebeard. And she has a plan with Marco to prove that Weavile is Whitebeard's son by going directly to Dr. Vegapunk. I wonder how this is going to happen because it seems like in my eyes, the Marines already had Dr. Vegapunk. Or it could be Kuma teleported and got Dr. Vegapunk and Bonnie with him right now. We have to see what's going on. Hopefully, next chapter we can see where Dr. Vegapunk is and where Bonnie is. And before we get to the last page of this chapter, I kind of find it funny why Kizaru will reply that you did have the test for poison before he gave the tea and crumpets to Jay Garcia, right? Why would someone want to poison the 5 elders? We know that there maybe are evil beings and they use their power to conquer the world. At the same time, do you have someone inside that's really trying to hurt these 5 elders? Like they don't trust anybody? Or could it be that something is going on in between the lines, in between the ranks, that somebody want these guys dead? I don't know. But at the same time, we have the reveal of Saint Jay Garcia Saturn. Now, I don't want to go over my head and want to say that all their names are after the planets, right? Like, I seen so many theories going around of that everybody got their name mapped out. The Nika, the sun god, Luffy's Nika, the sun god, the sun being, the embodiment of the sun, and Blackbeard's the moon. Listen, man, I'm not gonna name nobody right now, but Saint, J, Garcia, Saturn. That's it. Until I get the more details of everybody else's name, that's when I say it. But until then, don't listen. Don't get me wrong. I'm all for the theories. I like theories. And I like when theories are getting proven. But at the same time, I'm not finna go over my head and just say, oh, they're right. You feel me? I have to actually see. I have to see. Oh, write it down, the epithet, so on and so on. Correct? I don't want to actually say so many things that and be let down, right? Because we get let down. But at the same time, Oda did tell us this is where we're going to see the true power of the 5 elders. And the first time ever we see the 5 elders outside Mary Joas, bro, and on a ship, right, with Kizaru. This is the first time ever. Like, we already seen what happened to Luisha Kingdom. That was the 5 elders, right? And now we see them trying to do something else. This is the full-blown power of the 5. This is one of the powers in One Piece, moving around, doing what they need to do. Because at the same time, we need to see this. And it is amazing to see how strong they are with Imu, right? To see how strong they are. And we had a little glimpse of Luisha Kingdom. A little glimpse. Wiped the Luisha Kingdom off the map and said it never, ever, ever was there. Like, that is the power of the 5 elders, right? This is great to see the power being demonstrated. Right, so it only goes up from here. That's it. But it was a great chapter. It was short, but too many reveals that made this chapter a 10 out of 10, in my opinion. Like always, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to get more of me and more One Piece content. Man, listen, it only goes up from this chapter, bro. 1073 is in the books, and it was an amazing chapter. Amazing chapter. This has been the best chapter to start off for the New Year's, to be real with you. But this is the best chapter to go within the next month. Not gonna lie. I'm Money Cypher. Stay safe. Catch you next one. Peace.